Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach. Let's join this one already in progress. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And an alley to run. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Off the play fake to McKinnon, it's Garoppolo. And this is Selleck here with a grab. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it's 3rd down. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He gets it to Matthews, complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
He got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen.
There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 78 yards as they have taken the lead. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. They bring the pressures. He gets this one away. On the return, Harris. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He's still fighting forward. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They run on 1st down with Jackson. The quick feet by Jackson. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Black 80! Squeeze, don't get it!
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw again on second down. Garoppolo looking left sideline, incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Charles Tillman, and the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 52 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for, and it's third down. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Brian Urlacher. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerry Rice, 37 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game.
Hello there, it's the coach with you here today, and this is an ultimate challenge.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville. Now the Chiefs offense ready to go on first down and 10. A first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. The 30, 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out will be the four-time Pro Bowler, the 2010 Comeback Player of the Year. At quarterback, it's the dynamic Michael Vick.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Play action now, Vick. He can run for it, and he will. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
Partner, we talked about this at halftime, but I don't think either one of us expected it to continue. Michael Vick has been bottled up in this game. This defense has done a fantastic job of containing his running ability.
It is so rare. They can never contain him back in the day. Remember 2006 when he set the single-season record with over 1,000 rushing yards.
Let's go.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guy.
And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Lamar Jackson. 69 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. On first down, Peyton. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're going to run the jet sweep with Rice. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Vic. He may try and run for this. Now Vic stripped. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Breaks free again. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Now he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-0. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
To throw again on second down. Vic got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Vic tried to get it to Rice, but incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Michael Vick. Throw complete there to Jerry Rice. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
We got 4.
Vick will look to throw on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Vick. That'll be caught by Rice. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll throw again. Here's Vick. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Vick, open man, Gronkowski complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Again, it's Vick. Got a man. It's Randy Moss. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now Jan Stenerud on for the field goal try. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20. But not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Now he'll pull it down. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Oh, yes, this is what the good ones do. He used his legs to buy a little bit more time rolling to his left, and at one point, he flipped the switch from passer to runner, and he got a pretty good gain out of it.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Vic on the bootleg. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Vic. He was trying to fit it into Gronkowski there, but now it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, in back.
The Chiefs bring pressure, and they block it. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. 30, past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. On 1st and 10, here's Vic. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to sweetness, Walter Payton. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Vic to throw it. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. The quick feet by Jackson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. Jackson now off the bootleg. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. To throw, Vick. Man open, it's Moss complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards on the play as they pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Vick to the air again. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And that'll just about do it for us in this one. You've notched another win, and the next challenge awaits.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're out to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. And they're led out by a guy who's done just about everything you could ever imagine to do in this league, the great Tom Brady.
It's been a lot of fun watching him develop in his career, but that will to...
Wait 10, wait 20. Check 53, let's go, D.
Hey, ball 66.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss. Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Mahomes now on first down. Complete, the tight end Kelce. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. Two plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field, because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move into passing in the running game.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Kelce on the ground. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are able to strike. So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Looking for Kelce on the deep ball. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, 49 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On first down, Mahomes. This is caught by Robinson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now here's Mahomes. Steps away. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with his 2nd touchdown. With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins. 44 yards. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Just bowling over tacklers. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, as the first half is winding down, and the Chiefs are able to extend. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. They go play action here on first down. Looking downfield for Kelce. And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelce for a big one. 47 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins. It'll be a 1st and 10 coming up as this offense takes over possession of the football in the third quarter. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 54 yards. A great job pulling. That one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, 31 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously...
Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. Williams. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. With that, we send you up to US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Standing by our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out. Of the locker room, we're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That's fielded in the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
It's tough to be an offensive lineman in Green Bay because their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, knows how to keep plays alive and often extends them for 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. But David Bakhtiari, his left tackle, he does it as well as anyone could ever expect. Excellent footwork, knows that the plays are going to stay alive for a long time.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Harrison Smith is a player I love to watch. Whether he's ranging deep as a free safety or near the line of scrimmage where he makes more plays, keep your eyes on him.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
In both locker rooms, the coaches talked about setting the tone early. Didn't matter whether you start on offense or defense. In this case, the team that had the ball first did exactly that. Took it right downfield and scored.
So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State. The former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
Forget the measurables. His temperament, which is so even-keeled, often masks a burning desire to win and perform. This guy takes it seriously when he lines up to play, and usually he puts on a nice performance.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. 25 yards that time.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep for Diggs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
For a lot of people, there are pros and cons to playing close to home in the NFL, but for Adam Thielen, it's nothing but pros. Grew up not too far from the Twin Cities, loves being a Viking, and is a really dependable third down receiver.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, I'm coming. He's coming. Double up. Move.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He gets away from one, refusing to go down. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 4th down. And look at this, it's a fake. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts